Hey, bro, I was thinking about you today. I was like, man, a trash vegan food truck.
It's
A,
gonna have to come into fruition because you keep saying it. Like,
a trash vegan food truck where you come in and get some sloppy joes, whatever the fuck you want, but it's vegan,
It's
right?
vegan. All the
Chili
shit,
dogs,
anything you might normally think about eating on a regular
yeah.
day, you can come get that shit too.
Welcome to the We Got Problems podcast with co-hosts Curtis G. Martin, Rhonda L. Brown, and Caliph Johnson Sr., the one and only podcast where solutions get discussed to our community's everyday troubles. Each week, you will hear mind-blowing conversations and actionable tips and strategies that you can implement in your daily life to become more effective. We got problems and we got solutions.
All right, you guys, welcome to the show. This is We Got Problems podcast. I'm Curtis G. Martin. I'm here with my co-host, Rhonda L. Brown.
hey, everybody.
My other co-host, Caliph Johnson Sr.
Peace, how y'all doing?
And today we're talking about We Got Problems After Dark, which is a networking group we started for late night entrepreneurs or people that want to be entrepreneurs. And we kind of just get on the call and we kind of talk issues and then we talk solutions, right? Like it's kind of like a big mastermind, right? You guys, what do you think? How have After Dark been for you?
I love the After Dark. And we have so many good guests that come on there and teach. And even those that don't think they have anything to teach can still get on there and teach and actually have good quality content.
I really enjoy the part that we have a safe space, that we can have our own come in and teach each other. It's really, really, really cool to have some of the shyest people in our group come to the front of the class and be the teacher of the day. And they come with some fire information. And somebody who will come in and say, I got 5 minutes, bro. That's all I can do. I can do 5 minutes.
And
And
do
two
2 hours.
hours 2 hours later, 2.5 hours later, you see them printing up shirts, or you see them on their whiteboard teaching, or you might see a PowerPoint. You might see somebody in the kitchen cooking. You might see somebody doing all kind of stuff. We have so many teachers that came in and taught, and we have teachers that's scheduled to come in and teach. So I really love having a community that's safe with our people in there teaching us about things they know the best they know them. And, we have an opportunity to sit down and discuss it and share ideas. It's, like Kurt said, it's a great mastermind session. Sit down.
Hey, so to kind of bring everybody up to speed, what we do it Monday through Fridays, 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So that's 10 o'clock Eastern Time. And we go Monday through Fridays. And we try to bring on a guest every day for the first hour. So from 7 to 8, we usually bring on a guest that's going to teach you something so we can learn. We basically teaching each other because the way to know something best is to teach it. So we come on and teach each other. So what's been y'all favorite so far, or one that you really can use? I know a lot of them are good, so I can't say really a favorite, but what's one that you use to where it helped you in your everyday business or your everyday lifestyle?
I would say for me, because I have gotten out of reading a lot. I mean, I read, of course, when I'm editing and stuff, but as far as like reading something that I want to read, that I can learn from, so and I'm biased since I do the book club, but I like book club Mondays, so
No, I think book clubs is good because um, we study a book and then we talk about it, right? So I think Eat That Frog was the last one we did.
Mhm.
So we're only 2 books in, and we're trying to do a book a month. So we did The Secret, and we got in late, so we kind of watched the movie, or
Right.
some of us watched the movie, right?
I read the book, but I
Yeah,
watched the movie
yeah.
before too.
No, I
And I
definitely
got
read the
gems
book.
from both. I got
Yeah,
gems
yeah,
from both
yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
And
so now,
that's That's the
Go
thing
ahead.
with because I had read the book before, and I didn't even know you could watch. I didn't even know it was a movie, and I
Yeah,
really didn't know that you could watch. Like you could listen to the audiobooks on YouTube. It's like I've learned from the book club even more than just out of the books.
yeah. And then once we start explaining what's our thoughts on like some of the parts of the book, especially when it came to eat the frog, right? Like now the terminology, you have to read the book to know when we say, did you eat the ugly one first? Right?
Right.
Or did you eat some of the cute ones, right? Like you got to eat some frogs, but which one you gonna eat first?
You're supposed to eat
Yeah,
the ugly one first, the big one. But we
Yeah,
don't do that. And that's the one thing that I did learn from that book is, we always tackle all the little things first because they're easier to get off the plate, but you never get to the one that's going to affect everything the most.
yeah. Hey, I think the book club Monday's been so good to where Friday we almost started talking about the book that we're doing next, right? We're doing 48 Laws of Power, and somebody started bringing it up. Somebody say, "Hey, no, wait till Monday. Wait till Monday. Don't start the book now." So that shows you that that one's a good topic because it almost ready to come up every day, right? Like
Hmm.
I thought that was really cool. Thinking about 48 Laws of Power, um, some of the tactics to me is it's something I wouldn't want to use. It ain't part of my character, right? Like, but I think it's good knowing them so I can know if somebody's using them on me,
Hmm.
right?
That's
So
exactly what I was thinking. Like, hey, this ain't me. Like, but when I thought about it, like, hold up, because it's not me, but there are people out there like this, and I would like to see it coming. You know,
yeah,
so I
yeah,
can be prepared and not fall for whatever it is that they're trying to do.
yeah. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I ain't gonna go to it into it too much, but what's something else you guys get out of after dark, or do you like after dark trash? I know you mentioned we have a safe space, right?
yeah.
Um, and when you say that, like we talk about the mastermind and business and all that, but sometimes we get into personal issues that somebody might have, and so you never know what somebody's saying behind your back. But so far, I haven't heard anybody information that has gotten out and that they privately told a group and felt comfortable telling the group, and you don't see somebody going live say, oh yeah, I was on this group and this person was talking about this, right? Like their information is not getting out of the group. So what do you think about that?
For me, I don't know, man. I've seen some really, really dope interactions. I've seen some people come from a really tough spot in their life and come to where they at today, and you see their growth and you see who they've become, and seeing what a safe space provided for them can do for them. It matters. You see your people who show up, and you know why they show up. You see the people who've been through all kind of traumas, and they don't really have their answers figured out. But even though they don't have their answers figured out, they come, they show up, they figure them out with us. We all figure them out together. We learn together because a lot of us are usually going through some of the same type of, if not the same, it's in some type of form or fashion. We can kind of relate to something or a story in our life that very similar mirrors the situation that that person is going through. So when we share our stories, we bond and we find different ways to kind of heal ourselves through them. And I see a lot of healing in the room, and I see a lot of queens become nurturers to other queens, and I see kings come in and stand up and be solid kings and protect those queens and not try and do no crazy masculine, oh, I'm a man, so I got the room, or you know what I mean, or no women just going crazy, so they get to say and act. Nah, it's a real respectful place, and I enjoy being around people who come in with a build type of mentality on their head, and they ready to come in there and see if they can help. That's the
Hey,
biggest part.
honestly, I think we all do good, but the women been holding it down though, man. Like,
What you thought? Feminine energy all the time. We
yeah,
got we can't do nothing to outdo them. They are phenomenal at what they do. And then on top of that, they found other melanated queens that they can pour into, and it's really dope seeing sisters build sisterhoods, and you know what I mean. And it's a respectful place, so everybody can, like you said, share ideas and not worried about somebody going to run and talk about their business on Monday morning at the water faucet. You know what I mean? You don't have a space like that where people are looking down or being judgmental. You got a place where people are in there genuinely trying to get better. And when you come in there, you feel people in there trying to get better. And we support each other's businesses in there. People come in there, they're not trying to just pawn their stuff off. Oh, I got this product, come buy it. Oh, I'm selling this, come buy it. It's not a space like that. You know what I mean? Everybody know if somebody got a website. You know what I mean? We'll put it in the chat. You can go look at somebody's website if you think, or if you're coming in there and you're teaching the class, most definitely. This is what you're teaching. This is you presenting your product to a smaller audience that can give you feedback. And hopefully it's some positive feedback, even if it ain't even in your best favor. You know what I mean? Somebody being honest with you, telling you, like, you should stop rapping, bro. It's not good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you need to have people around you who are going to tell you that your rap career should be over right now, bro. Like, you shouldn't be doing this no more. I heard
If
another
not
artist.
over, you need to get better. Right? You need to do something to get better.
No,
Right?
bro, go do spoken word, or go put it in a book or something, because the way you present it ain't hitting right now. Not right now. But sometimes you gotta hear that. And if we don't hear that in our community, we don't have us being honest with who our people are around us and tell them, like, yo, bro, you should hang that shit up. It's not gonna happen. Like, you know what I mean? We don't have enough people being honest with they so-called friends. You know what I mean? If you ain't being honest with the people around you, you really being fake to yourself.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with somebody the other night, and they were like, I didn't even want to come in. I've had a bad day. I didn't want to bring my bad energy into the space. And it's like, no, you can't think of it like that. You got to think of it like we're all in here to help. So if you come in here with bad energy, you're not going to leave with bad energy. That's not
Yeah.
that's not possible. Like
Yeah. Thought process should be, I'm going to get some good energy in this room over here.
Exactly.
But you
Yeah.
know what? When we grow up in spaces and communities where that's not really common with us. You know what I mean? We usually get ourselves prepared to battle when we dealing with our own kind, but we think the other kind is really gonna be our friends and stuff. Like, it's people that are in our own households that we're at war with at times. You know what I mean? And we can't get to what's really ailing us. Because, you know what I mean? We could try and put the blame on another person. Oh, you ate the last piece of bread. You know what I mean? You can put the blame on somebody else to say why you're really angry. But at the end of the day, it's really what's going on in us and what we going through to see how we going to display ourselves to the world that day.
Hey, you said they ate the last piece of bread, huh? You pissed. Hey, but I'll tell them, hey, if you wouldn't have ate the first two, you'd have had some. You had some left.
So yeah, like for me, like I like to know that I'm in the honest space. Like somebody gonna tell me when my shit stank. I don't want to be around people who gonna tell me you fly all the time and you don't have no bad days. Like I really want people to tell me like, yo, you need to stay on your square sometimes. And I enjoy that type of energy around me. It makes me feel at home and at peace. And again, I don't have nobody in there just trying to come sell no services. And ain't nobody in there trying to like, this is what we selling today. Come buy this. It's none of that. It's just really some people in there really get just some dope people being dope. You know what I
And
mean?
talking
Being
ideals, right?
yeah, like, but see, I've I've seen, I've heard that it can go different ways. So you know what I mean. I want to be in a comfortable space where I wouldn't mind sending my children to. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want my kids to be in certain environments just for the simple fact it's unbecoming of them and what I plan on instilling in them. So everything we do, yeah, sometimes we are a little bit older. It's not a kids after dark. You better be grown to be in there for some other conversation. But for the most part, it's not done from a place. I've never seen it done from a bad place. Nobody ever come in there with no malicious ass thoughts or no malicious ass ways, or even if it was some somebody wasn't all the way understanding on something that was said, we can always talk respectfully and get it. You know what I mean? It's a respectful place.
And you know what's cool too? Some of the people that we brought in to good, I was gonna say good business talk, but to we got problems after dark. Some of those same people that came in and blessed the group, we end up putting them on the podcast because we felt everybody need to hear this information, right? Like, so that's kind of cool too. Like, I guess I'm saying that to say that if you guys listening to this, you need to come join the group. We got problems after dark. If
And
you
it's
join the
free.
group, yeah, it's free. You come join the group. You come in and just add some value, right? Like, if not, and
Now,
usually we,
now, 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 please hear this. You heard what he said. Add some value.
yeah, because we're not gonna let you just sit there, right? Like we gonna question you. We're gonna ask you how your day was, if nothing else, right?
So
Like
please
how
be
could your
prepared
day
to
be
turn your
better?
camera on. Please prepare to turn your camera on. Please prepare to come on camera and say hello. And you know what I mean? Introduce yourself and like just come bring your best version of yourself. I can't ask for anything more. Bring your best version of yourself and whatever that might be. And it might not be enough, it might be too much, but we'll figure it out. Let's vibrate high.
Yeah, you know what else cool? I've seen people come in and we have people in there like Daz and Chad that's what they do, cryptocurrency and NFTs, and they deal with the blockchain, and they actually come in and they're teaching people, right? What's really cool is watching people talk the lingo that never knew nothing about NFTs, that knew nothing about stocks, right? Like they're
Yeah.
talking the talk and now becoming investors and buying and selling stuff on the blockchain. Like that's a beautiful thing.
And you know what? Just hearing everybody interact in between different conversations is kind of interesting as well. You know what I mean? Being a people kind of person, you love hearing how some people jump into other conversations that they might fall back on some. And then you hear some people who would never hear speak in the room speak up and they have some very valuable jewels to drop. But to them, they think, oh, that's common knowledge because they do that every day in their work. But like, no, everybody don't do this every day. So, you know what I mean? They don't have that information readily at their hand where they can pick up a phone and call this person and this is the wealth of information. It doesn't happen like that. So when you are able to bring your best version of yourself to the group, you have jewels to drop and you don't even know you're dropping jewels.
Mm-hmm. And then look how much you learn, like because it's people that do a million different things. You know,
Cooking.
the other night I had no clue what she was doing, but I'm like, hey, I need your information because I have people that look for you what you do, and I would love to refer them to you. That way we
Uh,
can, keep it in our network. Like, hey,
Yeah,
I know
build
somebody,
that ecosystem.
right? So
But
it's
see,
like,
that's building the community part. That ecosystem is building our community, someplace that's safe for the next generation to come after us. Like someplace that I can have Junior come over there and teach class. You know what I mean? That he'll feel comfortable being a young entrepreneur to step up in there, like, here, like, this is my ideas. And he'll have a community that'll pour in and support him. So you don't have to start from scratch. You know, remember what I'm saying? Like that was the part that's the part that we have to remember. Our generation that comes behind us is not starting from scratch. They have a ecosystem that they can funnel into and they can come out prosperous with just them coming to bring their best version of themselves. But their best version of themselves is going to be shot because they got all of these people pouring into them every day. Like they pour into them every day. Like if you ain't got good credit, it's your fault.
especially if you're in the room with Curtis.
If you ain't got good credit, that's your fault. I know I can look at my credit score right now.
Yep.
And we talk about it, how you can do so much with credit, right? Like you can start an
Everything.
Airbnb business, you can start a vending machine business, you can start
Hey,
a Turo business, you can start
hey.
a book selling business, you can start a lawn business. All you like people say they don't have enough money, right? If you build some credit and if you use your credit the right way, then it all makes sense, right? Like it all, like entrepreneurs nowadays are learning that if I build my credit, build my business credit and my personal credit, now I can fund my business because I have an ideal. Now I pour my all into it, right? Like I was listening to this guy talk, and he was saying how he don't millionaire, billionaire, right? He don't invest with people that haven't failed at something. If you just have an idea and you want me to run with it, no. What's some other things you worked on? Well, I tried to run this franchise. I had a wing stop, but it was over in this area, right? No, they don't eat wings over there, but that's a hard lesson I learned, right? Like find the right location, right? And then that
Mm-hmm.
person, he said he would invest more in that person than somebody else, right? But that's
Right.
But
something to
see,
listen to.
you
They
have to know failure first.
Yep,
Yeah.
they've already had their lesson and they already know, what not to do, and they know how it feels to fail. So they're not going to want to do it again. They're going to want to find out more information on whatever it is that they're doing.
If it's a good business person, they will. You know
Right.
what I mean? Because some people are addicted to having things done their way, and then that's not really a good business person. You know what
But
I
in
mean?
after dark, we not gonna let you ride like that. So if
Right.
after dark you come talking something, everybody gonna start pouring in. Well, why don't you try this? Or this is what I did. Like that one, pay $1 for 10 years. Woo, that was deep. Pay $1 on your student loans for 10 years. Wow.
Hey, those were jewels. Those were jewels that were dropped.
Yeah, I ain't saying too much more
Jewels.
about that. You got to come in after dark to find out how to do
You
that.
got to come over here to find that one. Huh? It's like, yeah, that 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 part right there is also really dope. Like you never know what jewels are going to be dropped, and they're dropped so frequently. And everybody around us is a jewel because everybody in there is truly in there in a safe space, so they can produce safe magic. I should say you can call
Right.
that magic. That you really get good loving ideas, and that's magic to the average. So people don't realize how dope that is and what you can create with that. So yeah,
Hey, hey, you know
it's
what's crazy too? You got a few people that they come in and out, right? And we kind of announce what's going to be talked about, right, on certain days. So some people don't come on those days, right? And you know what's crazy about not coming on a day because you don't want to be a part of the credit repair or you don't want to be part of the book club. You're gonna miss a whole lot of other shit because once the mic open up, right?
Yep.
you
So we
never know
teach for
what you're
that
gonna
first
get.
hour, then we do open mic. You're gonna miss so much stuff to where you could have had an opportunity to invest in something and you didn't get
You
it because you
missed it.
wasn't there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was
Missed it.
just gonna say that because Mondays is book club, Wednesday is health and wellness, Friday is credit, but Friday was when, like this last Friday, there was more jewels dropped about everything from credit to crypto to student loans and
It's okay. It's okay. No. It's okay. It's okay. You know what I mean? Y'all can find yourself. We're in a community that works for y'all, but this community it works for us. When you realize the jewels that are being dropped, you'll start picking some up, and you start in. What would you say that was? Oh, you got a note from what? Oh, okay. And y'all been doing yeah. It's a good feeling to know you got people around you that are really flying at what they do. Like it's some really good people. Like you might learn how to get a book wrote.
yeah,
Just might. There's people in there who do it. You might learn how to get your gut healthy. People in here to talk about that all the time. So I more importantly, the people that come in and show up and consistently show up. You know what I mean? It's a really dope family. I like
You,
it.
you
I
you
call it a
touched on a
family.
few. You touched on a few, but how about learning where some grants are at, right? Like,
and,
uh,
and I was just about to speak about her too because you remember the first night where she was that first night we did it and where she is now it's like night and day. So
yeah,
not only, because she's like, I don't know I can't teach on nothing, but now, she's got a whole business she's starting up, just from getting the ideas. Like, no, you do know that
and she get ideas nightly, right? Like, oh, I'm gonna do this now with my
right.
yeah, yeah.
And when you over 60 plus doing it like that, y'all young folk ain't got no excuse.
Right.
Yeah.
And she's got like a renewed sense of like accomplishment. Like she can actually do this because I don't know. I love that part of
I
her.
haven't built an NFT yet.
Me either.
So
I've
me,
not
I'm
just
gonna tell
built
you for me,
my personal NFT yet.
I will not build one, but don't mean I won't have one. I'm gonna have somebody build mine. So it is like, bro, I do too much to learn how to build
Building an
NFTs, right? Like,
Hmm.
but I definitely will promote the hell out of one. Hold on, no, it's a
yeah, no,
business side to
I'll
that.
buy and sell them, right? Like, but I just don't have the time to learn. Like right now, I'm trying to learn stocks and day trading, right? Stock options, right? So to stop and learn NFTs, and then my next one is I want to get into real estate. Now, all of that stuff gonna play a part with the blockchain and NFTs, but that's when I'll pay our other team members inside of there to do my stuff, right? Like,
And that's the thing. You can pay them and you actually trust them because we do spend Monday through Friday together learning about these people, and seeing how they are. So you know that they're trustworthy. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in there,
You
you
see
know?
how
yeah,
they
a trustworthy person can't stay. A person that ain't supposed to be in there.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that one guy came in and he like, oh, it ain't but 12 people in here, and he bounced.
Yep.
You know
Yep.
how much information he
That was
missed?
like what, the first week?
Yeah,
Like,
you know how much information he missed though?
yep.
I love it
No,
though.
I do know. But
I
that's
love
the
it though.
thing. Did people with bad energy, or this want people to do stuff for them, they won't last in there. You have to bring value and you have to be able to take constructive criticism because we will help you. Somebody in the room will be able to help you with whatever it is. But you have to be able to open up and listen and take heed to that. Otherwise, you won't even want to be in the room.
Yeah, yeah. They don't feel comfortable being in the room when they have bad energy. It
Hmm.
it, it just don't work.
Right.
My thing is this: at certain points, you have to be accountable for the company you keep,
Hmm.
right? Because that's a product of you. That's a reflection on who you are, the people who you attract, and who you reside around. So you know what I mean. If you find yourself in a pool full of snakes, you might want to check your scales. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because you might be a snake. But if you find yourself in a flower bed of beautiful flowers that are blooming, you might have some really good soil.
Yeah, you
So
might bloom. You might bloom.
you got a good opportunity to. So I'd rather put myself in a garden full of nice flowers and then being around a bunch of weeds.
Hey, you remember Ashley Scott came in and
Mm.
talked about buying land? I thought that was really dope too. Like
She's
Yeah.
when you
fly.
think about we can actually like just even if you didn't buy land from her, the concept now that you leave with is that you can go
Thailand.
buy enough land and really start a city.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like it almost seemed unheard of, but money talks, right? You go buy the land, you start building on it, you bring your people in, you create your jobs, right? Like just imagine you bought you 200-300 acres
Mm.
Bruh.
and you know most people put up a place of worship. You might put up a storefront, right? You might put up you might have somebody that's selling certain animals. You might have somebody growing certain fruits and vegetables, right? Like you can actually start your own city, and then now everybody buying from you because you was the foundation. But you can't like what we do a lot when we building, we get the money and then we spend it on stuff that we didn't need instead
Mm-hmm.
of putting back into, right?
Mm.
If you put back into, then now you get more out,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
right? Like make your money work for you, right? That's the concept in another book club book, right? Like Richest Man in Babylon. I can't never get past that book because he said everything you earn is yours to keep. And so he was like, that don't make no sense. I know it's mine to keep. I made it. He said, but I can't keep everything. He said, I know, but you can keep 10 to 20%. He said, if you just imagine if you kept 10%. So every time you got $1,000, you put up $100. And now when you get $1,000, you got that paycheck, so to speak. So say if your paycheck was $1,000 a week, you got $1,000. Now you put up 100, 100, 100. When you get the $1,000, you got the 1,000.
Yep.
Right? So now you almost have like an extra check. And then some people feel like they can't get there because they're spending all their money on bills, right? Food, gas to live. So it's no way possible. But it is, because somewhere you go buy a Starbucks, right? Whatever that might be for you, somewhere you do it, right? I've told people before, hey, why don't you cut cable TV? Oh man, I gotta have something when I get off work. I ain't cutting my cable TV. Okay, keep spending $100 on TV then. That was your $100 right there.
Exactly.
Right? Per month. That was $100 right there. Now
Yep.
where else can you get some? Okay, instead of eating steaks every night, we're gonna have no steaks for 2 nights. Right? I ain't saying don't eat steaks, but just pick 2 nights you don't have steaks. Matter of fact, only eat half a steak and still eat steak every day then, if that's the case. But only eat half, don't eat a whole.
For
Right?
2 nights. Not
Yeah.
every night, but for 2 nights, do that. Split it up.
Yeah, you cut back a little bit. Right? And then don't get me started with people that's killing their health with cigarettes. At $10 a pack? A pack a day?
No.
$70 a week? $280 a month right there.
You could have won the lottery by the time 10 years is up.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're gonna need a lung.
Right.
But that's a part of the system that they keep you locked into, and that's why they keep on promoting it the way they do on what's cool and what they want you to be glamorized by, so you can feed into. They want you to be into the bad health and the unhealthy gut, so they want you to keep on eating poorly. They want you to keep on sitting there drinking soda, killing your kidneys off, and thinking that it's okay because on the back end they got you going to get this prescription from a doctor that they paid to prescribe it to you.
Yeah.
So you into their system. Now you either into their hospitals or you into their graveyard. You know what I mean? You're gonna be in a doctor's office, hospital, graveyard.
And you know what's crazy? They don't want you dead. They don't want you dead until they can drain you, though.
Exactly.
They're gonna get you. They're gonna get you sick.
Yeah, they know it, but they want to drain you of every dime first, right?
Yeah.
Like I think it's like people say they don't have money, but when you get sick, then now you shelling out this money for these medicines, and then now some people, the medicines don't work because it's not even curing the issue. It's only getting the symptoms, right? But another thing happens is that you can't really afford the medicine, so you skipping it. You're only getting it when you can afford it, right? So that's not healthy either, right? So I think cutting back everywhere, cut back on the sweets, and now you even get healthier, right? Like cut back on the like that, and that's just mine. I know, Trash. You got your ways.
I'm thinking
right?
about
Like,
ice cream right now. I'm saying, don't tell me about ice cream.
No, that you know what? That's perfect. I'm finna go get me some when we get off the call, right? But I'm already cutting back, so I can get the ice cream. Right?
Not that I'm really working on getting back on my ding, but like I said, we've been going through hurdles, bro. Like, and to still keep everything moving in a smooth direction. I thank my team. I thank my family. I thank everybody who really keep me motivated and keep on going. Because some of these days, this stuff is getting hard out here, and I'm thankful that we got a safe space that I can kind of fall back in on a night and you know what I mean, get my thoughts together. We still be working while we on there. We still be on our laptops. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
has their own stuff they grinding and getting it. But while I'm working or cooking dinner or doing whatever I'm doing, and I can hear everybody in there exchanging good ideas and talking and everybody laughing and finding good energy and having a good energy space. Brother AJ came in the other night. And he just sat on the call and joked around and laughed and shot at the shot with us. So you know what I mean? It's good to see people come in and it's a respectful place that I wouldn't mind my mom jumping on. If my mom jumped on a call, you know what I mean? My mom would cut a fool and have a good time in there. If my kids got on, yeah, they'd be a little too. But my nieces got on; they old enough. If they got on, I wouldn't mind them being in the room. I know they'll be in the safe space without no
But we
weirdos
most of the
being
time
weird.
we respectful, right? Like
We
everything
respectful, but
respectful.
we grown. We grown though.
Every now and then we have some grown conversations. Yes, sir.
We grown though, so it might touch on some spots that really ain't kid appropriate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I always think about that with everything I do. But I want my kids to listen to it. You know what I mean? Everything that I do that represents me, what I want my kids to be involved or look at it. And I have to be honest, not everything is for the kids' eyes. You know what I mean? Would I be upset if my kids listen to the After Dark call? No, but would I want to be sitting there on it? Hell no. Get y'all little asses up out of these grown folks conversations. See, back in the days, we used to know what our place was. We used to, a kid knew you had a place on how to be a kid. And when you got to the I couldn't wait to be grown stage, now you're like, I want to go back to being the kid because now you got to deal with the grown folks stuff. But we knew when we was kids how we were supposed to behave, and we wasn't supposed to be listening or talking to no grown folks conversation.
Exactly.
And we don't have too many of those nights where it get outrageous like that, but it's been a couple here and there. And then too, kids should be in the bed by the time we get to that type of talk anyway. It'd be 12, 1 o'clock in the morning when people start talking that.
And that's what I'm
But
saying. Most of the time I try and get off at like 11:30 my time. But there'll be some nights and it's like I know I got to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, but the conversation is too good to where like I don't want to miss nothing. And I
Yeah,
know if
yeah,
I get off the call, I'm gonna miss some stuff.
yeah. I do the same thing. I do. Like I actually went to sleep Friday night, woke up, and me and Chad debated about the Lakers for a while in basketball, right? Like, well, we talked some stocks for a minute, and then somehow we got on basketball, and we debated about basketball, and then um, they were still on the call. I end up saying, "Hey, y'all, I'm finna get up and move about the city. The sun was up."
Right.
But
See, that's what I like about it. Like you never know what you're gonna get from night to night. Like you know the beginning of the night what it's gonna be, but after that it's like anything you could learn about anything between them hours.
and that's really cool too because some nights um I just be in listen mode, right? And I'll be doing other stuff, and then I'll jump in like, hey, so what happened right there? No, I would do this or do that, right? Because like I want to interject real quick, and then I'll fade to black again. Boom, I'm gone. I just wanted to say that.
hey, you gonna wake up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning on a call. We on the late when like those calls be crazy. When it be like 6 o'clock in New York and we still be up on. And like they be like, yo, we really have people from both coasts, all in the South, just sitting up, just sharing ideas. It's a real dope feeling. Like everybody don't get to have a safe space like that. I'm really appreciative that we all have a spot like that to kind of really be ourselves, and it's kind of fly.
Yeah, I remember we was in another group that did the late night, right? And I remember somebody being in there saying, "Oh, what kind of call is this? What, we just kicking it?" Like, no, we much different than that, right? We ain't just in here chilling, talking about nothing, right? We
Mm,
talking most of the time. We talking business, and if it's straight off to something else, we kind of run with it because um, it is what it is at that moment. And then all of a sudden, somebody back to, hey, what y'all doing? What y'all working on? And then they get right back to business, right? Like,
yeah.
so I would say for anybody listening, uh, join after dark. We got
We got
problems
problems
after
after
dark.
dark.
Yeah, because it's a wealth of information that we share. So
And come share your information. Come ready. Come prepared to share. Please come
Yeah,
prepared to
yeah.
be yourself, and come prepared to learn how to teach if you don't know how to teach, and come prepared to figure it out. Like if you don't have a business, you don't need a business. Come find you something you can do with yourself. If you don't invest, find something you can invest in. If you don't have a book, come figure out how to get yours started. Everybody has their own thing. If you don't have your game plan together on how to get your credit together, let's come figure it out. If you don't have your health and wellness together on where you're gonna move with your next step, come find out. We got answers.
Yeah. Curtis, were you going to put the link down below for them to find it? Because we talking about it, but where do they go?
I think I'm gonna have to put it in the show notes because I'm gonna have to put it in the show notes. Yeah.
Okay.
We can start back having our links though. I think that's a good one to have down at the bottom after dark, scrolling past. Start getting our stuff scrolling past. I want to say it changed. Yeah, no, that's not it. But anyway, no, that's been good. I'm glad we came on and talked about After Dark, right? Like, because we don't really get to, we've been having guests on all the time, and we don't really get to chop it up amongst us no more, and
Right.
just talk about the things we doing, because even in these type groups, right? We created a business, CRC Empire, and no, I don't have it on right now. I got on the We Got Problems right now, but we created a company, CRC Empire, which is going to be a media company, which is a media company, and we talk about like being in the group, learning how to get your credit right. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to seem like we bragging, but all our credits is straight, right? And we're gonna make sure our business credit is straight. And then we're gonna make moves. We're gonna make moves, business moves, right? With the credit. We're not gonna live off the credit, right? We're
Mm-hmm.
not gonna go buy shoes off the credit to wear to look fresh,
Right.
right? We're not just gonna waste the money and then say, you know what, they catch me when they catch me. Right? No, we're gonna get the money and we're gonna invest, right? Like
Some
we
generational wealth.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So building a
I start
company,
from scratch.
building a company. So we started an LLC, making sure that LLC has everything it need, right? That's what you get out of this group. Somebody to show you how to do all that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm. And build, teach you how to build with other people that look like you. Teach you how to
I
build.
can tell the people this though. If you go to my Instagram at Curtis Martin 247, then you can click the link in my bio. It's definitely a link to After Dark right there. So
I got it in
if,
mine. I think Trash has it in his too.
and then look below inside the show notes. It's a link there as well.
And it's free to sign up. You just get you'll get the email. Come on in.
Yeah, yeah.
Catch some of these jewels. I'm excited. I'm excited about this week coming up. I'm excited about finishing this next book, seeing what it has entail.
Yeah, I think I'm supposed to be at like chapter 15 right now or something, huh?
Um,
Did we say, yeah, we
10
said
a
it
week.
was 42 chapters or what? 45?
It's the 48 laws of power.
So I can't remember how many chapters it was. Cause
I
we
think
broke
each
it down.
chapter is the law, isn't it?
No, I don't think so. Is it?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Maybe. So I should be on chapter 12. I should be on law 12.
Don't worry, you ahead of the game, Kurt. You ahead of the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I should be on law 12. But it's going down tomorrow.
And I finished the whole thing.
Did you?
Because I did it before they voted that's what book they wanted. So I had read it the week before.
Oh, okay. I read
Before
it
they
once already, but I'm gonna brush up on it. So I kind of know.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
So
but these laws, the one we on now, these laws been around for years and years and years, right? But
Yes,
mhm.
we didn't know. We weren't familiar with them, so it's kind of hard to know something or be familiar with something that you didn't have no clue was being used on you.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, shit, that's kind of all I got. Unless y'all want to add something, I just like I said, like I've been saying, you guys come join us on After Dark. Get in there, find your way, right? Like find that space or find that place where you need to go, where you want to be in life, and then use that as a springboard to get you there.
Definitely.
Yeah, get comfortable being yourself. You know what I mean? You don't have to be nobody past that, but be honest with yourself on who you are, who you plan on becoming, and who you see yourself as, because who you see yourself is who you better be behaving like. A lot of people want to say they want to be something and then they behave like something else. You can't do that.
Yeah. And know you have value. You have something that you can teach somebody. You have something that you can bring to the table. And if you don't, come learn something and teach us anyway.
You're
Yeah.
never too old to start learning.
Exactly.
Hey, you guys. So, hey, if anybody want to follow me, you guys can follow me at curtismartin247.com. You can visit my website at www.curtisgmartin.com. If you have questions, go ahead and DM me, send me an email, whatever the case. I'll get back to you. Whatever your question is, I'll let you know what's up.
Yeah, you can find me at Rhonda Writes Official. I was gonna say .com at Rhonda Writes Official, but you can go to RhondaWritesOfficial.com too and get one of my books. Trash, how about you? You muted.
Okay, you can find me at the trash vegan, the underscore trash underscore vegan underscore at Instagram. You can find me at thetrashvegan.com. You can also find me on my Twitter and my TikTok. So yeah, so if y'all looking for me, y'all want to get a book, y'all trying to get some coaching, yeah, looking just a link and holler, just give me a call, DM me. I ain't hard to find.
Hey, guys, we got problems and we got solutions, and we out.
From the team at CRC Empire, we want to thank you for listening. To stay connected with us, like, share, and subscribe to the We Got Problems podcast. You can find us on social media platforms at Curtis Martin 247, at Rhonda Writes Official, and at the_trash_vegan_. We got problems and we got solutions.